Welcome into the era of AI. Welcome in this lecture in which we're going to create our first GPT, and it will be a ad GPT, like this one here, which I have created, ad wolf, and I created another variation of it. I can't remember what I called it particularly, but I also have created another one, ad wizard or ad wolf. Any one of them, or each one of them, is capable of generating any type of ad you would like. When I say ad, I mean ad copy. Right? And we can program it to be just a Facebook ad generator. And we can also basically program it to generate an image that goes along with the ad, right? Because we're using DALL-E 3 inside of ChatGPT, so we can call for that option as well. So right now, let's get started. But first off, here's how we can create GPTs my way, which I believe is one of the best ways. I would like you to have two windows opened. This window here, and then another ChatGPT window. So two ChatGPT windows. One window when you're using GPT-4, and the other window where you go and access Explore feature of the GPTs so that you can access the GPT store. So once you have accessed the GPT store, click on the green button and let's get started. This is the fastest way ever to create a GPT that does the job and is perfectly programmed. So first off, I'm going to go here into this other chat, and I'm going to describe what I'm creating. So here, I'm describing my GPT to ChatGPT by saying, I want to create a Facebook ad copy GPT that can write incredible ad copy for Facebook and also generates an image that can be used to drive more clicks. And here I'm zooming in, right, to generate more clicks to the ad using DALL-E 3. The image should be relevant to the ad copy and goals. We also want the GPT to ask the user for their ad goal, whether that be clicks or awareness or digital download or conversion, whatever it might be. And also we want the GPT to ask them here. So I'm going to actually say we want the GPT to ask them which copywriting style or copywriting framework here. All right, the copywriting framework to use to generate the ad copy. And here I can click. And right now, I've basically initiated the conversation with ChatGPT so that it understands what I'm trying to build here. Next, what we're going to have to say is we're going to have to use ChatGPT to create a prompt or a series of prompts that we can utilize to program the GPT builder to immediately create the GPTs by using those prompts. And so here, the next prompt is create a series of no more than 4 syntax prompts to program our GPT with all the provided instructions, and make sure that these prompts can be directly understood by the GPT builder by simply copy pasting them. And I'm going to say, and the GPT name is ad copy expert, right? Ad copy expert. And now I'm going to hit enter. The reason why I basically specified the name here is because I don't want the GPT to ask me what name would you like to use. So here it is writing, it's in process of writing the prompt, and it's going to generate prompt number 1. You can see that it's as a code, it's like a code. And so all you need to do now is to copy these prompts. So we'll start off by prompt number 1 by copying it, heading back into the GPT builder, and then pasting the prompt in here and hitting enter and waiting for the response. Then go back and copy the second prompt, which is about basically enabling people or asking people to select their copywriting framework, and go back here. And before you paste it, it says, how about the name ad copy expert? Well, that's what we programmed it with. So I'm going to actually say yes. And at the same time, I'm going to add a dot and I'm going to paste in the second prompt. So this is what we call prompt injection. We answer yes to the first prompt and we give another prompt. And so I'm going to hit enter here so that we basically got 2 requests at one time. So that's really useful. And so here it is proceeding to generate a profile picture, which should be the logo for the brand. And at the same time, taking in the second prompt. While it's doing so, go back into ChatGPT, copy the third prompt, and then head back right here. And this prompt doesn't seem too bad, or this image doesn't seem too bad. You can change it if you don't like. You can say, change this, I don't like it. And for me, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to paste in the third prompt. I'm going to actually say, logo is good, and paste in the third prompt and hit enter, and go back for the final prompt, which is prompt number 4. And let's come back here. Now we can add other prompts as well, and I'll show you what types of prompts you need to add. which are prompts that should program the ad copy expert to learn about the Facebook policies and whatever that is, because we don't want to result in having people getting their accounts banned. So I want to make sure that we create a prompt for that. Now, first of all, let's get the prompt number 4 running and get back into the chat GPT here and say, we want our GPT to be compliant with Facebook terms of service. Write a prompt for that. And then I'm going to basically just send this. And it's going right now, it's going to go ahead and proceed to write that prompt. There it is. So I'm going to copy this prompt, head back into chat GPT and paste it in. After pasting this in, that's it. So this is the only thing we need to do. Now here there are some conversation starters. You can change those. Remember that you can always change those. I have Grammarly activated, so it's kind of basically getting in the way of this. I have no way of basically changing it from place to place. But I can deactivate it even though I don't like that because I use it. It's very useful for me. It corrects my text. But now it is pretty good. You can click on configure here to see what kind of instructions are here. You can see the description. You can change all of these things if you'd like. Just don't use the name Facebook because you don't want to get into trouble with Facebook. And of course, by the way, even if you use the name Facebook and try to publish the GPT, you will not be allowed because it's a copyright infringing name. And it's going to tell you that you have to change your name before you can proceed. So here, I'm going to go ahead and see these conversation starters, create ad copy for new coffee blend, design a creative for a fashion brand summer collection, generate an ad copy for an ebook download campaign, create a creative for a lead generation ad webinar. Now, these are just some conversation starters. Remember that you can always add an action here if you go to connect to a specific API. You could also upload stuff. So you could upload documents by going to create here and uploading a document that would potentially help this GPT become great. But to be honest, you don't really need to do much. So now, first thing is first click on save after you do this. And here, it can be considered as a writing tool, but at the same time as a productivity tool. That's where I'd like to put it. And I'm going to click on confirm. And now the GPT is going to basically tell us whether this can go live. I'm going to click confirm, and there you go. That's when you know you have no problem when it goes live. So now we can start the conversation with it. I would like to see if it can design a creative for a fashion summer brand or brand summer collection. So I'm going to click on this prompt here, and I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to proceed and generate that for me. Remember that you can always click here, copy the link to your GPT if you'd like to share it on social media. You can also always edit your GPT by clicking on Edit GPT, and you can see what the GPT looks like in the About section. But without further ado, right now it's generating the image for us. So let's just wait a second until we see this image. So 1, 2, 3, all right, for the brand fashion collection. And you can see that it has generated quite a decent image. I think that this one would really look pretty good. And also it has written some copy for us, headline, subheadline. And also this is the description. Now you need to make sure you eliminate certain elements such as the attention, interest, desire, elements there. So remove those because those are not part of the copy. And if we go back to the GPT by just refreshing this page, you can always click on the GPT to start a new conversation here. And then it will start a new conversation and you can go ahead and have it do something else. So generate ad copy for an ebook download campaign. Now I'll go for the first one, create ad copy for a new coffee blend. You can give it more information. So if your coffee brand is maybe coffees or something like that, you can mention the name so that it takes into consideration. But here we're just testing this GPT and it is working. So anyone that would want to generate ad copy, they can use this. Of course, it is now writing it. So as you can see, it's pretty good. Wake up to a world of flavor, sourced from the first beans. So, and here again, it has used the AIDA copywriting framework, which is one of the most powerful copywriting frameworks out there. It certainly is writing a quite large Facebook ad copy, but it is doing its job. So now that we have done this, I'll see you in the next lecture in which we're going to create another GPT. Stay tuned for it, and I'll see you then.